What's up, everybody? Chris Lawrence 420 here, and we are here to talk. I'm also here with Mike Berlin, and we're also going to be talking about the best of WWE No Mercy. So anything that we saw at No Mercy in the past years that we liked or didn't like, and matches and stuff like that. How you doing tonight, Mike? Good?
I'm doing good, man. Today was my birthday, 41 years young.
Hell yeah,
Oh
man.
yeah.
And anyone that's watching this video now, make sure you go and send Mike some shout outs and stuff for his birthday. And just in case you didn't already. But let's jump into this, man, because I'm gonna post this video tonight so everybody can check this out. I'm sorry that I'm not on camera and Mike's on camera. I'm not on camera because I have a cyst in my eye and it looks bad. So and it's if it looks bad enough for some people to point it out to me, then I just would rather just put my photo up there and turn my audio up and just talk like we are now. So and me and Mike are drinking a little bit. I'm drinking some Keystone Light and he's drinking, what was it you're drinking again, Mike?
Seagram's Bahama Mama.
Drinking some
I
Bahama
recommend.
Mama.
I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, recommend some Bahama Mama. And I guess just to go right into it, man. We were talking before we went started recording. We were talking about. We just got done talking about one of my favorite matches, The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar in a Hell in a Cell match, 2002.
Oh yeah.
How brutal and crazy that match was. We talked about the Brood, or Matt and Jeff Hardy versus Edge and Christian at 1999. No Mercy, which was great too, and they were wrestling for $100,000 plus to be able to be managed by Terry Reynolds, and that's even more worth the $100,000 if you ask me. But and I think also off camera we were talking about Kurt Angle and Benoit versus Rey Mysterio and Edge, which was a great match. If anyone hasn't seen it, any match that we talk about, definitely go and watch it on the network. And there's their little plug or whatever.
Yeah, it's a cheap plug, $9.99 a month. You can't beat it.
Yeah, especially if you wanna get yourself psyched up and you hate the product now and you want to get yourself psyched up for No Mercy. No Mercy they haven't done since 2009, so this is really cool, and it's only going to be on Smackdown. So, and it's October 9th is when it's on 8 o'clock. So,
Yep.
to get you guys psyched for the No Mercy, we decided to come on here and just talk about some of our greatest matches and stuff like that. And to go back on Kurt Angle and Benoit, I think that they had a great dynamic as a tag team because
Oh yeah.
not only did they have great matches singles, you know what I mean, but they also had a lot of great matches in tag teams too. And them as tag team champions was awesome. I mean, they're two great technical wrestlers, but also they have that not getting along type dynamic, which is great. And I think for me, like when it comes to tag team wrestling, I think what's more entertaining is having two guys that are on the same page that are with it, or having two guys that aren't on the same page trying to be champions, kind of like Daniel Bryan and Kane were. You know what I mean? Like that to me is really entertaining because you got two guys that are trying to one up each other, and you got Olympic gold medalist, and you also got Chris Benoit, which was also, no matter what people say about him because of what he did and stuff, he was a great wrestler. And I didn't really like him too much as a tag team wrestler, but when he did stuff with Chris Jericho, I think I was really into it. Even when he did stuff teaming up with Eddie and stuff, I think that was good too. But I think him teaming with Kurt Angle was amazing. I really enjoyed the matchup. Definitely go and check that match out. It's one of my favorite matches that they shared together. Kurt Angle.
Both have like they both show the original. Like they're actually really good wrestlers themselves. Like you can tell they know wrestling.
Yeah, well, that's what my brother just pointed out. You can just tell that, like I said, they were both technical wrestlers, and you could tell that they actually came from an amateur style wrestling too. Like I don't know too much with Benoit if he had that kind of wrestling background and stuff. Like that's one thing I just don't know. But as far as wrestling and stuff like that, having Angle and Benoit together was just great and fantastic. And I encourage anyone to go back and
they're old school.
and watch that. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Well, anyone that likes any type of tag team wrestling, you're going to like that kind of stuff. And to kind of segue into Benoit, he had another great match. I'm trying to remember what year it was, but I know he went up against Triple H.
Yep.
And that was also, it was before they I think it was in 2000 maybe or 2001. I had to look it up, but I know it was Benoit versus Triple H, and that was also a great match. I'm pretty sure Triple H won that match and retained the title.
When didn't Triple H win a match then? You know.
Yeah, back then he did. He did most of the time. So
Triple H was put over like gangbusters then.
Yeah, and speaking of Triple H, one of my favorite matches with one of my favorite superstars, and I want to say it was also 2000 and it was 2010 or maybe 2008. They had it was Jeff Hardy versus Triple H at No Mercy.
2008, yeah.
2008. That was great too because I think this really helped. I think him Jeff Hardy versus Undertaker really helped him get to be a single star or whatever. But during this time, it really helped him too, especially when they did the whole angle with he was attacked at home by somebody. And he didn't know who he was attacked by. Which, if anyone knows the story, they ended up going from there and going with. They ended up going with. I'm pretty sure Jeff wasn't in the match, but they had. I think that's when they brought back Edge. Am I right?
Yep.
They brought back Edge and had Edge be part of the three-way at. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to remember. I think it was Survivor Series, maybe.
Yeah, I believe so.
Where Jeff was hurt by somebody outside, and Matt was concerned, and they had interviews with Matt saying that he didn't know what was going on and stuff like that. And another, which I don't want to keep on putting Triple H over, but I know another match we were talking about that was really good in 2009 was Triple H versus Randy Orton.
Oh yeah,
that RKO through the table which was amazing too.
Yeah,
and like I know we talked about it a little bit, but like having the feud between Orton and Triple H, Orton attacking the McMahons, punting Shane in the face, DDT and Stephanie and kissing Stephanie in front of Triple H, which led to their match at WrestleMania. But the No Mercy match was way better. To me than the WrestleMania match itself.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go back. Anyone that's listening and watching can go back and watch it and make your own predictions. But my opinion is the No Mercy match was 10 times better than the match that they had at WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, much better.
And we can actually throw this one. This is not the best. I know we're doing kind of like our favorite and the best of or whatever. Well, we can talk about shitty matches, can't we?
Oh yeah, definitely.
What about Batista versus Great Khali?
Oh God, man!
In the what do they call it? The Hojami prison match.
Oh, Punjabi prison match. Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, he had one of them. Yeah, he had one of them shitty matches with the Big Show also.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
off
like
my TV.
Yeah, there's
get off my TV, cheap plug.
There's some of the worst. I mean, I've never been a big Bautista fan. I think I liked him around the era, maybe like 2009. Maybe I liked him, but I'm not a big Batista guy. I just
steroids.
Yeah, I mean, like I would say okay, he had one really really great match at No Mercy with Eddie Guerrero, which was really good. I did enjoy that match, even though I think that maybe at the time Eddie shouldn't have won, but I think everybody wanted Eddie to win though. But it definitely segued Eddie into actually being a single, kind of like that single heavyweight. You know what I mean? If he didn't have the match with Batista, I don't think that he would have been as successful against Brock and, you know what I mean, and some of the stuff that he did then also.
Yeah, and Eddie's single run came full circle when he won the world title at WrestleMania 20.
Yes, yeah.
The picture, I know this is getting a little off the track here, but
No,
the
go ahead.
picture of him and Benoit both standing in the ring holding gold at the end of WrestleMania
Oh man, it was
hasn't been top since.
Yeah, I know that. I mean, the only thing that even makes me think that it came close to that is when they had TLC 2011 after the Raw after that, where they had CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, and Zack Ryder all standing in the ring with the belts.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I know we talked about it, like how crazy that was. Like Vince would have shot himself in the head if if someone would have told him, hey, here in a few years it's going to be Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, and Zack Ryder are all gonna be standing in the ring holding all the big titles as the main event guys. He would have been like, "Well, something that's not gonna happen," or whatever.
Yeah.
I do horrible impressions, guys. So, but I'm trying to think of some other ones, man. Can you think of any matches off the top of your head when it comes to No Mercy? I mean, I got a few more here, but I wanted to get your. We could always talk about.
You could work on the impressions there.
Yeah,
I'm kind of like you, man. I kind of lost touch there a little bit during that era.
Well, what if we talk about? I just saw it not too long, a little bit up here. What about if we talk about Chris Jericho versus The Rock for the WCW Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship at No Mercy? 2001.
Oh yeah,
that was a really good match. That was during the time of the WCW Invasion angle and stuff like that. And they had
that never came to fruition, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, and they had Chris Jericho and The Rock and wrestling, which Jericho ended up winning. I'm pretty sure by hitting The Rock with the belt and then pinning him, which was really cool, is because that was Chris Jericho's first major title. I mean, yeah, he had Intercontinental Champion and tag team and stuff like that, but he was
beating The Rock,
and he beat The Rock, which was really good. But that was his first title that he had won of like a crazy prestigious. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
For them to and then this match, if anyone knows the timeline of WWE. Go back and watch Chris Jericho versus The Rock at No Mercy 2001, and that kind of leads into the famous or Jericho definitely would tell you the famous Vengeance match where he beat The Rock and Stone Cold in one night to become the first ever undisputed champ.
Yep. And Stone Cold there.
Mm-hmm. He beat The Rock.
How did he beat Stone Cold?
He beat The Rock basically with the rock bottom. I'm pretty sure he beat The Rock with the rock bottom, and then Austin came out after beating Kurt Angle, and he had wrestled in Booker T, who wasn't at the company at the time, came over the railing, hit Stone Cold with the belt, and then Jericho picked up the win to become the first ever undisputed champion, which was great. And that would push into that would segue into Austin and Booker T and the supermarket and stuff like that. So definitely go check out. Definitely go check out.
That was one of the greatest. That was one of the greatest Smackdowns ever, right there.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed that very much. So, I'm trying to look. I mean, honestly, like No Mercy has never really been like that big Steeler pay-per-view. You know what I mean?
No, it's never been considered one of the big pay-per-views. It was.
Isn't it usually on just Smackdown?
No, it was on both brands back in the day.
Yeah.
But it was nowadays it's just strictly a SmackDown brand.
Now it's just gonna be SmackDown. Yeah.
I mean, we could talk about let me see, we could talk about what's it called? It's called I think it was called the Fast Ride match. It was as much as I hate him, but it was still a good match. It was JBL versus The Undertaker.
Oh yeah.
At No Mercy.
Yeah. 2004, man, was like the year JBL, and I just fucking despised him.
I do not like JBL.
I couldn't stand the thing that really got me to the point where I just didn't like it was I hated when JBL was bringing out Shawn Michaels and kind of having him work for him. You know,
Oh yeah, that was
and he
bullshit.
said that that JBL could fire Shawn. And,
Yeah, that was bullshit.
like that.
He's a horrible announcer. Like, he sucks.
And his fucking presidential cabinet or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, he had the cabinet, with Jillian.
Yeah, that was some bullshit too.
She's the most annoying diva I think I've ever heard in my life. With her singing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they ended up. I liked when she wasn't singing and shit like that. She wasn't as bad with JBL, but then when she started singing and.
Oh, Jillian.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh man, I couldn't stand it. It really just it irked me real bad.
Oh yeah, she was very annoying.
I know this didn't get put on here, but we probably should talk about it since we kind of got cut off doing the first video. Was Chris Jericho versus Shawn Michaels in their ladder match. That was probably one of my favorite storylines / matches at the time. It kind of sucked. Yeah. It sucked for CM Punk because he did get the title taken off of him by a punt by Randy Orton, but they said that they took it off of him because they wanted it in the title picture between Jericho and Shawn Michaels. Which, if anyone knows, Chris Jericho and Shawn Michaels had a really awesome match at WrestleMania, and that one was really good. So
they put us down at that WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, but what really made it unbelievable was the storyline of Jericho basically saying that Shawn faked his injury to win the match, which good guys don't fake injuries because they're good guys.
Yeah.
And then Jericho put him through the TV. The Jericho or whatever, he put him through that, and that led into their matches and stuff, which was really good. But this match at No Mercy in the ladder match was probably one of my favorite ones. Jericho.
Yeah, you know, funny enough, when he put him through the Geritron, his eye hasn't been the same since.
Yeah, he's got a real bad lazy eye now because of that. But,
big time.
But I mean, that's part of the business, though. So, but Jericho ended up winning that match by hitting the belt on Shawn's bad eye and then him falling off the match, which and Jericho ended up keeping the title, which is really good. Which I'm pretty sure from there he went on to face Edge. Am I right? He faced Edge at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I believe so. I think that Edge won the Royal Rumble and then he ended up facing him at WrestleMania. So which that was a good match. I like the fact that Shawn punched Jericho punched Shawn's wife in the face for real, and just the story behind that, and Shawn was going to get back at him and stuff. Just everything behind that was amazing, and I really enjoyed that. That's what's missing in wrestling nowadays and stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah.
But let's see what else we got. I mean, there's a lot. As much good as I see on here on these lists, which I can't believe they make lists about these nowadays. But as much as I see on here that are really good, there is a lot of bad matches on here too.
Oh, yeah.
At the time that they had the divas matches and stuff like that, I didn't really get into them that much. I know a lot of people, which this I do not agree on here. They say one of the greatest matches on here of No Mercy is let me find it so I can read exactly what they said. They say one of the best matches there was Beth Phoenix versus Candice Michelle for the women's championship. I like Beth Phoenix, but Candice Michelle to me was not a wrestler. She was she's what I consider just a diva, the typical diva. And
I always liked that kind of Wonder Woman vibe Beth Phoenix had.
Oh yeah. And plus she was strong.
Huh?
Yeah, the Glamazon. She was strong, and she really could just take out anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Oh, here's another real good one. I didn't think about this. It was let's see, one of my favorite ones that he had at the time was Kurt Angle versus The Rock at Or wait, was it Kurt Angle versus The Rock? Let me see real quick. I know it was Kurt Angle and The Rock, but I think there might have been someone else involved in that match too. Kurt Angle. No. I got it mixed up. I'm so sorry. I got it mixed up, everybody. I'm sorry. It was Stone Cold. It's a triple threat match. Stone Cold versus Rob Van Dam versus Kurt Angle.
Yep.
That one was pretty good. It is what it is. I enjoyed that time period. It was kind of iffy with me because I enjoyed the stuff that Kurt and Stone Cold did as a comedic thing. I didn't think Austin being heel and being for WCW made any sense. It was retarded. I don't know. It gets me till this day that they didn't wake up and go, "Hey, this is dumb. I don't understand why they would do this." But that's just how. I mean, if anyone knows, that's how WWE goes. They have their way of seeing something on paper and they think it looks amazing, and then once they step back from it and a couple years later they think, oh, maybe we shouldn't have done that. Well, if you shouldn't have done that,
then it becomes the turd in the punch bowl.
Yeah, and if they really thought that those things were that bad, then I would never would have put them in that situation. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. To me, it was just it was so dumb, but that's just how they booked the thing and everything like that. But it is what it is. I'm trying to think off the top of my head real quick. I'm going through some of it because some of these things are on here are so dumb they make no sense. I know we talked about the Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy versus Edge and Christian, which was great. We talked about Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho, No Mercy 2008. We did talk about that. Honestly, a lot of people would probably give the best match at No Mercy would be Angle and Benoit versus Edge and Rey Mysterio. A lot of people will give that, just because the Wrestling Observer actually deemed it the match of the year in 2002, which is kind of cool. I'm kind of iffy when it comes to them because some matches that they think are 5 stars, I don't think are 5 stars, and then the ones that they think that suck or whatever, the ones I'm like, man, you really enjoyed that? Like you didn't enjoy that? How did you not enjoy that? That was a great match. But
hey, the Pro Wrestling Observer, this is coming from the people that also picked Roman Reigns number 1 in the top 500 wrestlers in the world. Really?
Yeah. Well, here's another good one that I think people forget about, and I would definitely suggest people go and look up and stuff like that. But Chris Jericho versus X-Pac in a steel cage at No Mercy. That's a match.
I forgot all about that one actually.
Yeah, that one was a real good too because I think that they had a good dynamic. Sometimes I don't think they did because I think Jericho saw himself as a little bit bigger than when he came in, you know what I'm saying? I think that he thought the WWE was going to use him great when they first got there, especially when he was sparring with The Rock and stuff, and when he first came out. But I mean, that's just on how you think that they should have been treated or whatever. But also we got on this list, we got the Intercontinental Championship ladder match between Edge versus Christian 2001, which that was really neat dynamic because you got to see them both face each other and kind of leave them as a tag team because they were so used to seeing them.
Christian's first real big heel run.
Yep, and he was the Intercontinental Champion at the time too. So
exactly, yep.
Which was really really cool. Especially, but it must have been great for them too because they're really good friends, and also having just also having a ladder match in there too. I mean, like it's almost like they can't get away from it sometimes at that time. You know what I mean?
And the unprettier, the most pitiful name for a finisher I've ever heard of.
The unprettier. Well, I mean,
yeah.
I can see that, but if you got hit with the unprettier and it mess up your face pretty bad that you wouldn't want to, that you wouldn't want to take one of those anymore after that, man. You
Yeah,
kind of
it just don't roll off the tongue that good.
Yeah. Here's one that I'm not too happy about, but because
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan of him, and I'm still not. Kurt Angle versus John Cena, 2003 at No
Yep.
Mercy. That's on this list too. I can see why, because it's probably one of the first kind of big feud for Cena.
Yeah.
And gave him a chance to kind of verbalize The Rock or verbalize Kurt Angle, and it kind of so we can kind of see that side of John Cena that will in the future know, and the wittiness and the ability to be able to get the hype up the crowd and stuff like that. So definitely go and check out Kurt Angle versus John Cena 2003. I probably wouldn't watch it again just because I'm not a huge John Cena fan, but I do remember that match. And I mean, it was pretty
I'm not
good.
a big Cena fan either.
Yeah, and here's the one I was sitting there. I was thinking about. Okay, it was Kurt Angle versus The Rock 2000 No Mercy. That's when The Rock was the champion, and we had Kurt Angle siding himself with Stephanie McMahon at the time.
Yep.
And that I think this is a little bit before anyone that's listening. This is a little bit before Kurt Angle. This is a little bit before Triple H came back and kind of started noticing that Kurt Angle had different intentions than just being Stephanie's friend. If anyone remembers that storyline, which I love that storyline.
That was a fun. That was one of my favorite storylines right there.
Which that segues and probably to one of my favorite matches from I want to say it was 2000 also. It was SummerSlam 2000, and they had The Rock versus Kurt Angle versus Triple H, which has the famous botch from Triple H and Kurt Angle in it, where he goes to hit him with the pedigree and they fall through the table. Also, one of my favorite matches. That's where they have Stephanie brings Kurt Angle back out after being having a concussion. They bring him back out, and he's involved in the match. And she wants him to help Hunter, and then she doesn't help Hunter. He assaults Hunter, which that comes from and that leads into Triple H punching Stephanie in the face, and then The Rock ended up winning the match at the end of it. That's one of my favorite matches in a while, at least of Triple H's. I love that match of Triple H versus The Rock versus Kurt Angle, SummerSlam 2000. Definitely go check that out. It's one of my favorite ones. If you want to talk about storylines and stuff like that, just Triple H so mad at you wanting to kill Angle because of what he's doing to Stephanie, and then you had Triple H has so much hate for The Rock too. It was such a great match. I suggest people to go back and to watch that also while Mike does the dishes. I'm like looking up stuff and I'm like, what is that banging noise? You doing some dishes over there?
Yeah. Actually, I am.
That's it. Well, that's I was gonna say that's at least you help your wife out and stuff like that, man. There's a lot of guys out there that they refuse to do dishes because that's a woman's job and shit like that.
Oh yeah, that's such feminist bullshit, man.
Oh, I know. I know we're gonna do a no mercy prediction video. Most likely we'll do that Saturday before the pay-per-view. So anyone that's listening and watching, me and Mike will be on here Saturday for Saturday Night Throwdown, and we'll be doing a No Mercy, a WWE No Mercy Smackdown edition of our predictions and stuff like that. Which I'm more excited about doing predictions and stuff than I am actually watching the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
The only thing that really gets me excited about everything like that is I'm really excited for The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler because I want to see where they go with this. Is this Ziggler's last match? Is this not Ziggler's last match? There's stakes on it, and that's what makes some of these great matches, like some of these matches we just talked about. What makes it unbelievable is some of these matches had stakes. You know what I mean? If the title was on the line.
Ziggler's contract's coming up.
Yeah, and his contract's coming up. So is Ziggler going to be gone? Is he signing? Is he signing a contract? Is he going to come back and be part of this like some type of weird, like amateur wrestling stable, kind of like Team Angle type thing? I don't know. No one really knows.
They're talking about a type of varsity club stable.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like some type of varsity thing like that. So
yeah.
And also, if anyone else is listening to this, I want to give some quick shout outs to some people real quick. If anyone watches my shows and checked out my channels and stuff, they know that I'm big into the Super Ugly Show. So I have a thing on the screen right now. Definitely go check them out. It's superuglyshowbrand.com is their website where you can go and check them out. They have new episodes Tuesday at 7:30 on YouTube. And go check them out on Twitter. That's at Super Ugly Show. And one of my good buddies, I'm sorry that the audio fucked up earlier. I had some issues with it, and I didn't know that. I thought they were fixed when I went live, so I feel really bad. John, if you're listening, man, again, sorry, but I'm going to have you. Hopefully you'll be able to join us Saturday to do the prediction videos, which me and Mike will definitely be excited about that. But his Twitter,
that definitely would be cool.
His Twitter is at John __ Kujawa, Kujawa, and definitely go and send some love to my boy Rocky too at ROK6611. He was on my show. He was on my show this past yesterday, and it was really cool. Anyone that has not seen that, I'll put up a link in this video so you'll be able to go and listen to that interview. It was great. Definitely check their videos out if you like some real good some nice podcasting and stuff like that, then definitely go check them out. Sorry if I'm slurring my words a little bit. I've been drinking a little bit, so get off me. Okay, leave me alone.
You're not the only one, brother.
Leave me alone. But no mercy, man. Like if I appreciate everybody taking the time out to listen to this and stuff like that. I didn't want this video to go too long because we have a lot. I have a lot of other videos on the way, guys. I finally got my stuff figured out here and on YouTube, and I got my stuff cleared and copyrighted and stuff like that. So here soon we'll be able to. Me and Mike will definitely be posting more videos throughout the week. Bullshit.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I know here soon we're going to do a Halloween show where we talk about our favorite Halloween movies, our favorite Halloween costumes.
That would be awesome there because I've got a lot to say about that.
Yeah, as I say, that's one of the things that are coming up. So please definitely go and subscribe and like my channel so you'll get first updates for any time that those get uploaded. So I don't know. I lost my train of thought for a second, man.
And go check out another really cool dude that's good friends with us here in the IWC at Joe Cronin Show. That's at Joe Cronin Show on Twitter.
Yeah, at Joe Cronin Show on Twitter, and also give shout outs to Jake DeMarco at Countdown Ended. He was on my show too. We did a Clash of Champions predictions video, which was awesome. And here soon, Jake's going to be coming back on the show to I'm going to interview him for my show too. So definitely make sure you check out and subscribe and notify yourself. Hit the notifications so you'll know when that definitely comes back on. If you want to also make sure you show me and Mike love on Twitter. My Twitter is at 420 Wrestling Pod. That's POD. And definitely check out Mike. His is at JeterFan35. And we're on Twitter all the time. Just message us if you have any questions about anything or you want to know some cool pay-per-views to watch or whatever. Here coming up probably either tomorrow. I don't know tomorrow because tomorrow's Raw. So I don't know if we'll do it tomorrow. But maybe Wednesday or sometime I'm going to upload a video. We're going to talk about someone asked me if we would post something talking about some of our favorite hardcore / street fights. that have happened in the WWE. And there's just so many that we could talk about. I mean, not just in the WWE, but as far as in pro wrestling in general. There's so many great street fight / hardcore matches and that we could talk about. I know Mike has a lot, and I have a lot. So
Oh yeah.
it's definitely. And
Yeah.
also,
Speaking of the hardcore title, that's going to be one of the latest DVD releases from WWE video. Actually,
yeah, I did see that.
I haven't heard a release date on it yet, but shouldn't be too far away.
Oh yeah, and you can go on the WWE Network to look up.
You can actually watch the first look of it on the network.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. The first look of it's on there, so you'll be able to go and check that out. It's pretty cool. I watched. I mean, it's only probably I think like a 17-minute video or something, or 20-minute video,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you'll be able to kind of get the idea and definitely be able to go and
Oh yeah.
and see what's coming out here soon. Also, I'm gonna also plug 2 more things. If you are not a brand member of Vince Russo, I don't know what you're doing. It's only $3.95 a month. That's close to 75 cents a week. Please go on there and become a member at russosbrand.com. And even if you do, and that's just to see the video live, or not live. You'll be able to see the videos live in person. I meant to say you'll get to see them live in person. And if you, for some reason, you can't afford the $3.95, go on Podcast One and look up Russo's Brand. He has new material every single day, such as the Swerve, Bucket Full of Chicken Necks. You have Vixens Who Rule, some awesome shows, and
Lions, Tigers, Bears, and Disco.
Lion, Tigers, Bears, and Disco, which is also another great show that you have to take a listen to. Keeping it 100 with Conan. One of my favorites.
Definitely go check that out.
Him and Kevin Gill are great. Definitely check him out on there. The Juice makes an appearance. Disco Inferno is definitely is on that show also. Check these out. Show them some love on Twitter also. And also, I want to give a quick shout out to the Best There Is podcast with Justin Bailey. Here soon, guys, Justin Bailey will be on the show. I'm going to interview him. We're going to try not to talk about wrestling. I got some hunting questions to ask him. I want to talk to him about music. And I want to talk about him living in Indiana, what's that like and stuff like that. So he'll be on here shortly. So no need to worry. That is definitely coming. And you can follow him on Twitter at Justin Bailey IND and send him some love and tell him that Chris Lawrence 420 said to check him out, and you definitely should. And of course, there's JD from New York.
Oh yeah,
he's one of our favorites on here, as well as Joe. I mean, they're all our favorites pretty much, but we just like to give them.
He's our generation's Andrew Dice Clay. If anybody knows who that is, I'm sure a lot of our listeners do.
Yeah, definitely, and that's going to be that's another great podcast for you guys to check out. There's so many great podcasts out there, but the ones I definitely support all the way. I support Super Ugly Show. A lot, and I also support JD from New York, Joe Cronin, Justin Bailey, the Best There Is podcast. I also support the Russo's Brand and anything that Vince Russo does. So if you don't like Vince Russo, then you can go fuck off. Don't send me your messages about how he ruined this and he ruined that. I've been a Russo supporter forever, so that's just how it is. And if you guys have any questions or anything, make sure you hit us up on Twitter and let us know what kind of videos you'd like to see. Like I said, I have a Halloween one coming out. I have a paranormal one that's coming out here soon. I'm going to be, like I said, we're going to have the hardcore and street fight video where we're going to talk about our favorite hardcore and street fights that happen in pro wrestling. We're also, if Mike wants to do it, I really want to try to maybe review some of my favorite WCW pay-per-views and matches too.
Oh, hell yeah, man. I'm up for anything WCW related, brother.
Yeah, we'll definitely do those too. So definitely make sure you like and subscribe to this video. There's more videos coming. I appreciate everyone taking the time out to watch and listen, and all those people that wanted to be haters to me and tell me that I should not be doing this, you can go fuck yourselves because I'm doing it. And not only am I doing it, but people want me to do it, okay? I will get my subscribers back. I will make a difference. And I will fuck your mother. So either way, I'm just joking. Maybe not that one. Well, actually, that's probably the one that will actually happen. But with all that being said, thanks guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit us up on Twitter at 420 Wrestling Pod and at JeterFan35. Thanks everybody.